Hi guys, so this is the first thing you need to do to build your robot. This is for challenge 13, and this program is gonna be about testing the motors of my robot. Okay, so I'm gonna write here challenge 13, testing the motors of my robot, and only that. This program is only to test the motors, and after that we need to check the line followers and also the obstacle avoider sensors. Okay, but this is the first thing you need to do before doing that. So okay, I'm going to click here in new project, and I'm gonna start with the initialization. So I need to go over here to select my motor shield, which is this one, L298N. And right now I'm gonna leave these pins as they are, but please remember you need to select the corresponding pin to the Arduino, to the pin where you're going to connect your wire in your Arduino. Okay, so we leave the pins as they are, and first we need to establish here on variables. We need to establish two delays. So a delay for when it's on, for when the motors are on, and also a delay for when the motors are off. Okay, so we select the number type because we're gonna give it a time, a number of in time. So this is delay off. And we establish in here, I made a mistake here. Okay, so I'm gonna delete this should be a type number, and I selected a boolean type, so I need to delete this. Okay, and do it again. So number, and it's delay on. And I'm gonna give it the value of 1500 microseconds. That is a 1.5 seconds. Okay, so it's gonna the motor is going to activate for this period of time. And then for the off, I'm gonna give it only half a second. Okay, now for the loop, first I'm going to put this element. This is to group the commands that I'm going to put inside here. Its only function is to group the commands. So if you want to deactivate them or activate them, you can just select this and it will deactivate or activate the whole bunch of commands that is inside this group. So I am going to insert a function. Okay, so I'm gonna need to do a lot of functions over here. I'm gonna put them here. I need to do 5 functions for the 5 different movements or actions the robot needs to do. So these 5 are to move forward, to move backwards, to turn to the right, to turn to the left, and to stop. Okay, so first we're gonna start with a move forwards. So I'm gonna write PR forward. Okay, then I'm gonna duplicate this and put backwards. I duplicate it again, and now it's gonna be a right. Okay, to turn right. Now to turn left. So your robot is gonna need to be controlled. It's gonna be controlled with these 5 functions. Okay, the thing you need to do is to, based on the information the sensors give you, you're gonna implement these functions depending on the information the sensors give you, or in the functions that you, in the commands you program in your app inventor, because this robot is gonna need to be teleoperated via your phone. So you're gonna need to control the robot through these functions. So it's important, that's why it's important for you to first test the functions and then add all the information of the sensors and of the app in your cell phone. Okay, so right, left, now it's stop, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's all. Okay, so here I'm gonna put now a text. I think it's in here. No. Okay, so if the robot moves forward, I'm going to program that my Arduino sends the text that it's moving forward, right? So it's send this one. Okay, and here I'm going to write the text forward. I should have duplicated this, made this and then duplicated both these elements, but okay. Now I write backward, right, left, and stop. Now that I have the message, I'm going to do the actual action of moving the robot. Okay, so for that I'm going to need an element of this group, DC motor, and it's this function to move. Okay, so I put it over here. Remember, we have 2 motors, A and B. Okay, it's the right one and the left one. So for going forward, we need both wheels to move. So I just put these 2. I select A and B. Okay, they need to go forward, and in the speed, this is the maximum speed, but I'm going to put it not the maximum, just a little less, 200. Then I do the same for all the other functions, right? Let me move this over here. Oh no. I think I can select both of these. No, I can't. Okay, so I'm just gonna duplicate. Okay, only 2 more left. So for all of these functions, I need to put A and B, right? So A, and here I set it on B. Motor B. And now I need to change the movement, right, of the wheels. Remember the motor shield, what controls is the direction in which the wheel rotates. So if I need the robot to go backwards, I need both of these wheels to move backwards, right? Now if I need them to stop, I just go over here and change the speed to 0. And that's gonna make the motors stop. Now for turning right and left, okay, so in my robot, my wheels are like this. A is the left wheel and B is the right wheel. This you can program it however you want, however you understand your robot, but I'm gonna do it like this. Okay, so let me put a little comment over here. Okay, so I'm gonna add a little comment over here that says check the left and right of your actual robot. Now let me close it up. Okay, now so as I was telling you, my left motor is A, so let me write it over here, left motor, and my B motor is the right, the one on the right side, so right motor. Okay, so if I need my whole robot to turn to the right, I'm gonna need the left motor to go forward and the right motor either to go backwards or to stop. That's a decision that you can make on your own project, but for me I'm gonna make it go backwards. Okay, so A left, forwards, and the B backwards. And then for my robot to turn left, it's the contrary. B needs to go forward, sorry, here in the left, turn left. So B needs to go forwards and A needs to go backwards, right? As you can see, they are opposite. And that's all you need to do. Now here in the loop, okay, let me move this over here. These are my functions, right? But I haven't programmed what the Arduino is gonna do. I have only written the functions for the 5 different movements of the motor, but the Arduino needs to control the robot. So as I was telling you, the final project needs to control, the Arduino needs to control the movements of the robot, but depending on the information the sensors give you. For example, if there's an obstacle in front of the robot, I need my robot to either move to the right or to the left. So I'm gonna give it the command to move either right, this function, or left, this one. Or if I'm going to operate it with my cell phone, I'm gonna need my app to send a signal to the Arduino to do one of these functions, or to move forwards, or to stop, or to move backwards. Okay, so this program is only to test the motors. So what I'm gonna do over here is only to make it do these functions in a I'm gonna make it do these functions in a sequential way. Okay, so first I'm going to make it go forwards. So forwards, here's the function, and then I'm gonna make it wait the delay time I established over here, right? So it will go forward, and it go, well, first I'm going to put the delay for the time that it's gonna be forwards, that is 1.5 seconds. So I'm going to write, I think it's over here in control, here, this is a delay. I'm going to make it delay wait a minute, I think it's not this one. Okay, I think it's over here. Okay, yes, milliseconds. Okay, so it's gonna move forward for 1.5 milliseconds. So I select this variable, delay on. Then I'm gonna make it stop, right? It needs to stop so we can move to the next action. So stop, and then delay again. But this time it's going to be delay off. So just half a second. It's gonna stop for half a second and move for 1.5 seconds. Okay, and I do this for all the 5 movements. Well, no, only for 4 movements, since I have already here the stop action. So I do this for moving backwards, I do this for moving to the left, and to the right. So it's gonna be the same time for each of the movements. And I'm gonna make it stop each time. So wait. So it goes backwards for 1.5 seconds and then stops. It goes to the left for 1.5 seconds and then stops, and the same to the right, 1.5 seconds and then stops. But when it stops, it needs to have stopped for 0.5 seconds, which is the variable delay off. So I put it here after stop, after the other stop, and after the final stop. Okay, so it moves, it stops, it goes backwards, it stops, it goes to the left, it stops, and finally it moves to the right and it stops. Okay, and that's it. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over here. What I do is I copy this code and put it on my Arduino development, my Arduino IDE. So I'm gonna make a new file. I'm gonna copy this. I erase the things I have here, I paste it over here, and then I save it. Okay, so I'll save it as test motors, and that's it. The next step is to upload it to my Arduino, make all the connections, all the necessary connections for my robot. Please remember that these connections, it's important that they are correct, these ones, okay, because these are the ones that are gonna go to the motorshield, to the L298 board, so they need to be connected correctly. Okay, and that's it, guys. That's all you need to do